Welcome back to Upcoming Cruiser Bikes, your go-to channel for all the latest updates, reviews, and insights into the world of cruiser motorcycles. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about beginner-friendly cruisers of the year, the 2025 Honda Rebel 300. Whether you're a new rider looking to get your first bike or a seasoned rider who wants a light, nimble cruiser, the Rebel 300 has always been a strong contender. But is the 2025 version worth your attention? Let's find out. The Rebel Legacy. Before we jump into what's new, let's take a quick look at the Rebel's roots. The Honda Rebel series has been around since the 1980s, known for its low seat height, relaxed riding position, and approachable performance. The 300 variant, introduced in recent years, quickly became a favorite among beginner riders for its balance of style, comfort, and efficiency. The 2025 model keeps the spirit alive but adds a modern twist, refining the design and performance to meet today's expectations without losing that iconic Rebel feel. Design, minimalist, but meaner. At first glance, the 2025 Rebel 300 carries that signature bobber-style design with a slightly more aggressive edge. Honda has introduced a new matte black color option, along with a more sculpted fuel tank and updated LED lighting that gives the bike a more premium, bold appearance. There's a noticeable improvement in fit and finish. The seat looks sleeker, and the overall build feels more cohesive. It's still minimalist, yes, but there's something a bit more rebellious about this iteration. It feels less like an entry-level cruiser and more like a statement. Performance and engine, small but mighty. Let's talk power. The Rebel 300 still uses the tried-and-tested 286 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine, but Honda has fine-tuned the fuel mapping for 2025. The throttle response is smoother, and there's a noticeable bump in low-end torque, making city cruising and highway merging feel more effortless. It puts out around 27 horsepower and 20 Nm of torque, which might not sound like much on paper, but in a bike that weighs just over 360 pounds, it's more than enough for spirited rides. Plus, the engine remains beginner-friendly, predictable, linear, and forgiving, just how you'd want your first bike to be. Transmission and ride feel. Mated to a 6-speed transmission, the Rebel 300 offers crisp gear changes with a light clutch pull, great news for traffic-heavy commutes or long weekend rides. One subtle but welcome update in 2025 is the refinement in gear ratios. Honda seems to have slightly tweaked the gearing to make second and third gear more usable in urban environments. Ride quality is where the Rebel 300 really shines. Thanks to its low center of gravity, the bike is incredibly stable and confidence-inspiring, especially at low speeds. Cornering feels planted, and maneuvering through tight spaces is almost effortless. Suspension and comfort. Comfort has been slightly improved in the 2025 model. While the front telescopic forks and rear twin shock setup remain the same, the damping has been tweaked. It absorbs bumps better, and the ride feels more composed, even on uneven roads. The seat is still low, at just 27.2 inches, which makes it accessible to shorter riders. Honda has also reworked the seat foam, making it slightly firmer but more supportive over long rides. The foot peg position and handlebar reach keep that relaxed cruiser vibe intact, making it a joy for all-day cruising. Tech and features, small upgrades that matter. In 2025, the Rebel 300 received some smart updates in the tech department. The full LCD display now includes a gear position indicator, fuel consumption data, and an ambient temperature readout, small touches that enhance the riding experience without overwhelming new riders. Honda has also added standard ABS across all trims, ensuring that even entry-level riders have access to better safety. There's also talk of an optional Honda smartphone voice control system, HSVCS, for turn-by-turn navigation and call management, although that may only be available in select markets. Customization options, make it yours. One of the most loved aspects of the Rebel series is how customizable it is. And Honda knows this. That's why the 2025 Rebel 300 comes with a growing list of genuine accessories, including luggage racks, custom seats, wind deflectors, and more. Whether you want a stripped-down urban bobber or a mini touring machine, the Rebel 300 offers a solid base to build upon. And for those who love to tinker, the new mounting points and electrical compatibility make DIY mods even more inviting. Fuel efficiency and maintenance. One of the standout features of the Rebel 300 remains its excellent fuel economy. Honda claims a combined mileage of around 78 mpg, making it one of the most fuel-efficient cruisers in its class. With a 2.96-gallon fuel tank, that translates to over 230 miles of range, plenty for weekend adventures or daily commutes. Maintenance is simple and cost-effective. The single-cylinder engine means fewer moving parts, and Honda's legendary reliability ensures that the bike keeps running for years with just routine care. Price and value proposition. Now, let's talk dollars. The 2025 Honda Rebel 300 comes in with a starting MSRP of around $4,950, which is only a slight bump from last year. For what it offers, a stylish design, approachable performance, modern tech, and incredible reliability, it's still one of the best value propositions in the entry-level cruiser market. Compared to other bikes in the segment, the Rebel continues to dominate in ease of use, affordability, and customization potential. Final verdict: should you buy the 2025 Rebel 300? So, is the 2025 Honda Rebel 300 the perfect bike for you? If you're just getting into riding or looking for a simple, stylish cruiser that won't break the bank, this bike is a solid pick. Honda has done a great job keeping the Rebel true to its roots while adding just enough upgrades to make it feel fresh and modern. It's not a powerhouse, and it's not meant to be. But it is incredibly fun to ride, forgiving for new riders, and still cool enough to turn heads at bike nights. The 2025 model keeps the Rebel 300 firmly on the list of best beginner cruisers, and possibly the one to beat. Outro: subscribe for more cruiser content. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 Honda Rebel 300. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming reviews on the newest cruiser bikes hitting the streets. Drop a comment below if you're considering the Rebel 300 or already own one. We'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. Thanks for watching Upcoming Cruiser Bikes, where every ride is an adventure waiting to happen. Catch you on the next one. Ride safe.